Humanity First is an international non-profit charity which operates in over 40 countries and 6 continents across the globe, assisting in many disasters and serving hundreds of thousands of victims in various affected communities. Humanity First also runs long-term projects around healthcare, education, vocational training, water and orphan support. On Saturday, the 10th of June 2017, Humanity First held their third international live telethon over 29 hours to raise funds for some of their key projects. The UK segment of the telethon was broadcast live from the Telethon Mosque complex in Morden, Surrey from 12 p.m. GMT and was part of a 29-hour global telethon across 6 continents. This year's telethon aimed to collect funds in support of key projects that Humanity First is currently operating, which include the Ivory Coast Hospital, the Orphan Care Project, Knowledge for Life, Classroom Transformation Project, Water for Life, and A Gift of Sight. Throughout the day, live broadcasts were done from the Telethon Hub in the Dahed Hall at the Telethon Mosque, highlighting a number of projects from workers and volunteers currently involved in the projects. Various guests attended the event to show support of the extensive work being carried out by Humanity First and to encourage viewers to donate to the great causes. Special guests included Miss Siobhan McDonough, the MP for Mitcham and Morden.
Well, I would say to any donor considering donating today that you're going to get great value out of the money you give to Humanity First, because it's mainly run and managed by volunteers and they do great work on very little money. If I could just give one example, and that is if you donate £50, you can save the sight of a human being. £50, many of us would spend it without getting very much for it or even understanding that we'd spent it. But £50 to give the life for a mother to see her child, a father to be able to work, whatever it is, it's incredibly good use of £50.
Mr. Rafiq Ahmed, the National President of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Community UK.
Yes, I think this is after I was Sadr Qudam Lemdia and Ahmadiyya Sahib then became Sadr Qudam Lemdia. And that period we had teams going out to the Bosnia conflict. And that is where it was felt that we needed something. And then Zurek, the Khalifa Rabi Ramla, he came up with this idea that we should have such an organization. And then I remember Ahmadiyya Sahib was made responsible with Aftab Khan Sahib. And that was the very beginning of Humanity First, very humble beginning of Humanity First. And Alhamdulillah, from those humble beginnings, now, by the grace of Allah, this organization has grown from strength to strength. It has been involved with all the major disasters around the world. And one of the great things about our Jamaat is that we are able to organize very quickly resources to be able to put into any situation.
Various external guests and Humanity First trustees, and even very young children who have been supporting some of the Humanity First projects.
I would say Humanity First is a standout charity. We have very, very few paid employees. Many charities like Oxfam and Salvation Army, they have layers of management that are paid for. Now, I'm a trustee, I earn not a penny from it. And some of the medical doctors we've got are donating their time, their very, very valuable time, for free. So we're very unusual in terms of a charity in that we have a tremendous volunteer base, a deep volunteer base that work for free. So when a pound comes to us, we get 95 pence out of it. We're not having to spend, 20 pence of it on admin. So that's the one thing you would say, that we're different in that regard. We're also global. Through the blessings of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Association, we've got connections everywhere. So if there's a disaster somewhere, bang, we've got someone, we've got a pocket of people ready to donate their time and energy to.
Well, I'm overwhelmed actually. Today it's been amazing. The response from the Jamaat members and non-Jamaat members is just absolutely fantastic. I mean, it's beyond my imagination compared to what we had raised last year. Having the Tide Hall, the UK Jamaat allowed us to use the Tide Hall and allowing us to expand and for everyone to come and see and hear the directors and the works. It's allowed everyone to have a look in, but the response from everyone is just very, very overwhelming right now. And it's well beyond my expectations.
A team of volunteers from across the auxiliary organisations of the community, including the Women's Association, the Youth Association and the Islamic Educational Institute, supported the live call centre, receiving phone calls from supporters giving donations and promises from around the world. Planning for the telethon had started in April, led by Fundraising Director of Humanity First, Mr. Nasir Din, and the Deputy Directors, Mr. Mubashir Mirza and Farooq Mirza, who were supported by over 100 man-hours from the Humanity First team across the globe in preparation for the day. Over 80 volunteers supported the UK segment of the event across the 10-hour segment. The Humanity First Disaster Response Team exhibition highlighted the water, sanitisation and health boxes, WASH, which are donated by the Rotary Club because of a relationship built with Humanity First for over 20 years. A group of young children from the Youth Association of the community that have been supporting the Classroom Transformation Project highlighted the great work carried out in support of the project, showing a true spirit of sacrifice even at such young ages. Some of the young members who raised money for the Classroom Transformation Project by walking at various sites of the UK were able to speak about what inspired them to raise this money and how much they personally raised. The UK segment of the live telethon has raised $652,000 by the end of the 10-hour telethon, which gave the total funds raised at $2.28 million from this year's telethon, with further funds still coming in. For those still wishing to show their support and give donations towards the great causes being supported by Humanity First, please visit www.humanityfirst.org/global telethon. This report is brought to you from MT International, UK Studios in London.